The darkness blankets the horizon as the waves roar in a steady rhythm, as if they were breathing. The sound is mesmerizing but carries something deeper, an invisible sense of danger. Since the dawn of humanity, the sea has always been a place of mystery and fear. Its waters conceal secrets that defy human understanding, and its depths harbor creatures we've never seen. Among all these tales of dread and speculation, one figure emerges as the embodiment of chaos, an untamable, ancient, and colossal entity. This force isn't just a physical being but a symbol of everything beyond our control. It lives on the edges of imagination, fueled by the unknown. It represents what cannot be conquered or understood, something that exists to remind us of human fragility. Its power doesn't lie solely in its monstrous form but in the terror it inspires, a fear that echoes through the ages, from the earliest sailors to modern times. In this modern world, where science tries to explain every corner of the universe, there's still something unreachable. Over 80% of the ocean's depths remain unexplored, filled with mysteries that may never be revealed. And perhaps that's exactly what makes this figure so terrifying. It represents what we cannot see, touch, or comprehend. With every wave that crashes on the shore, it whispers, patiently waiting in the abyss. If you want to keep exploring mysteries like this and dive even deeper into the unknown, subscribe now so you don't miss any updates. At the heart of this ancient legend lies the idea of something impenetrable and indestructible. Imagine a presence so powerful that no weapon forged by man can even scratch it. This description goes beyond the physical, it evokes a visceral sense of helplessness. No matter how brave warriors of the past were or how advanced our technology is today, this force remains untouched. The ancients spoke of rock-hard scales, jaws capable of crushing anything in their path, and breath that set the air ablaze. But the true horror wasn't in those traits alone. It was the certainty that, before this entity, even the strongest were reduced to insignificance. It wasn't just a threat, it was a living manifestation of chaos. This duality between creation and destruction is fascinating. While some legends view the sea as a source of life, others see its depths as a lair of horrors. Here, this entity serves as a reminder that even in the ocean's beauty, something terrible lurks. It doesn't seek war or domination, it simply exists, indifferent to human attempts at control. This contrast between order and chaos makes it an iconic figure, reflecting our own fears about the unknown. Over the centuries, this legendary figure has gained new layers of meaning. In some traditions, it ceased to be just a sea beast and became a moral symbol. It came to represent not only external danger but also the inner weaknesses of the human soul. Envy, resentment, and unchecked desire are swallowed by this force, as if it were an extension of the emotional abyss itself. This interpretation adds another dimension to the myth. Now, it's not just a physical threat but something that devours the darkest aspects of the human condition. It's as if every negative thought, every nurtured hatred, is dragged into the bottomless depths. This vision transforms the figure into something almost metaphysical, connecting it directly to human sins and failures. What stands out most is how this evolution of the myth mirrors cultural shifts over time. At first, it was a natural monster, part of the physical world. Later, it became a spiritual entity tied to eternal punishment. This transition shows how humans project their deepest fears onto symbolic figures, adapting them as beliefs and values change. Still, it remains a constant presence, always linked to chaos and the inevitability of the end. Another striking aspect of this legend is its connection to the fate of the world. Many ancient narratives suggest this colossal force will play a central role in the final events of history. They say that when the time is right, it will face an epic battle against other equally powerful giants. It won't be a fight for dominance but a cosmic collision destined to restore universal order. This idea of renewal through destruction is intriguing. After the confrontation, it said its flesh will be served as a feast for the righteous, symbolizing the collapse of the old world and the emergence of a new one. Its impenetrable skin, once a shield against any attack, will be transformed into a canopy under which the faithful will celebrate. This illustrates how the cycle of life and death is intrinsically tied to the nature of this entity. However, what truly impresses is the idea that, despite its magnitude, it doesn't act on its own will. It's bound to a greater destiny, waiting for the moment it will fulfill its ultimate purpose. This passivity contrasts with the violence of its existence, making it even more enigmatic. It isn't driven by anger or desire but by a purpose that transcends human understanding. The legacy of this entity surpasses the limits of time and space. It's not just a mythical figure but a reflection of our own fears and anxieties. It represents everything beyond human reach, the unknown, the uncontrollable, the inevitable. Whether in sacred texts, literature, or cinema, it continues to inspire stories that explore the boundaries of human existence. What makes this figure so enduring is its ability to adapt to different eras and cultures. Each generation interprets it uniquely, shaping it according to their own fears and aspirations. However, regardless of how it's portrayed, its essence remains the same, a force that defies comprehension and reminds us of our smallness in the vast cosmos. As long as the ocean remains a place of mystery, this legend will stay alive. It doesn't need to be seen to be feared, it's enough to know it's there, in the depths, silently waiting. And perhaps that's exactly what makes it so fascinating, the certainty that, no matter how far we advance, there will always be something we can't reach. Want to keep discovering more about unsettling legends and unexplained mysteries? Subscribe now and join this journey into the unknown.